Hello everyone, my name's Javon from the Aquadocs channel, and today we've been given the opportunity to explore and interview a farm all the way in West Africa in a country called Ghana. They're a leading aquaculture company with the #1 rated best fingerlings in all of Ghana, and they also have the country's biggest tilapia hatchery. Welcome to Flosell Farms. Let's take a look. Flosso Farms is just off the Volta River in Sagakope, Ghana. It operates over 2 sites and is run by 35 employees. Flosso Farms is built based on 2 pillars. The first was to fulfill their social mandate, and the other was to fulfill their economic one. This farm aims to increase food security in local areas and provide assistance to their community through a variety of projects and initiatives. They make efforts to maintain the best affordable practices and are locally sourced. All of their fish are organic, contain no antibiotics, and are fed a locally sourced plant-based diet. They mainly sell tilapia, but also have catfish. They also offer 2 different sizes of fish, fingerlings or table size. The Oreochromis niloticus, more commonly known as the Nile tilapia, is a mild, freshwater whitefish that is consumed globally. Tilapia are a large source of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. They're the 3rd most consumed farm fish around the world after salmon and carp. Flosso Farms alone produces 30 million tilapia fingerlings a year. The life of a tilapia begins as a tiny egg. When a spawning female is ready to release her eggs, she does so at the bottom of a pond or tank. A male tilapia then comes in and fertilizes the egg. The female will then scoop up the fertilized eggs into her mouth, where she broods them until after they hatch. Please note that not all tilapia are mouth brooders. Once hatched, the female releases the eggs from her mouth, and the fish continue to develop from larvae to fry to fingerling. From there, they grow into table-sized adults and reach reproductive maturity, and the cycle starts again. There are a few factors that need to be considered when looking to breed tilapia. The light, temperature, and paired male and female have to be ideal to achieve successful breeding. Fortunately, in the warm waters of Ghana, most days are above 28 degrees, so the breeding season can be almost all year long. The selected male and female are taken to the breeding ponds, where they are left to do their breeding dance.
The male will identify a nest in the pond and start dancing around it. Start to create a very romantic atmosphere, turn on the blue light, and sing a nice song with his guitar and stuff. So the female finds, wow, what a nice guy. He's very attractive, he dances very well. So the female will join, and in the process, the female will lay its eggs in the nest the male has created, and then comes the male and he spills his semen or his milk over it, and then the female will collect both the milk and the eggs in her mouth and keep turning them, and that she's going to do for 3 to 5 days.
Males are often chosen based on disease resistance and low aggression. If a male is too aggressive, it can kill the female during breeding. Unlike in the wild, once the fish have bred and the female has taken to brooding the eggs in her mouth, she is scooped from the breeding pond and the eggs are washed from her mouth and collected. The eggs are then placed in a McDonald hatching jar, where they hatch into fry. In aquaculture, it is very common to make all the offspring male. This is to avoid unwanted breeding. At Flosso Farms, they use intense light in their incubation rooms to make all the fry male. This method is typically 80 to 85% efficient. After about 21 days, the fry become fingerlings and are taken to one of the 20 nursery ponds for approximately 4 weeks before they are transferred again to one of the 10 circular grow-out cages. They are collected from their grow-out tanks and are sorted by size or weight. During this process, Flosso Farms is able to provide employment to women of their community. Women are often tasked with the cleaning of tilapia as well as selling at the market. Cleaning usually consists of descaling and gutting and is done by hand. The tilapia are then placed on ice and are transported to the market to sell. Harvesting typically occurs once a week. They exercise what they call local for local, meaning that all products are sold within the region they're farmed in. Flosso Farms is also currently working on an expansion to create their own tilapia market. So, how did Flosso Farms become what they are today? Meet the farm owner and chief farmer, Evans Danzo. As a young boy, he grew up fishing within his community and wanted to translate his interests into a business. After going to school and getting a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, a Master's in Project Management and Finance, and an internship at Nestle, he decided to start Flosso Farms.
I grew up in a small village at the border town between Ghana and Togo with my grandmother, and it was a complete fishing community. And so I have had some kind of soft spot for fish trading and capturing in the wild in my past or in my growing up. So when aquaculture started to become popular in Ghana, when we started to hear all kind of training programs for aquaculture, I got interested and I signed up for one of such programs, and I did my first 2 weeks training in aquaculture, and then I found it interesting. And so after that training program, I built my first pond of 2 meters by 5 meters by a meter deep, and I put my first set of fingerlings in there. I think that was about 500 fingerlings or so that I bought from a hatchery. And so I started playing with them, interacting with them, and that's how come I got into fish farm today. So it's basically passion-based. So all that I have studied in my past, all my experience, I put them all together to make a business out of my passion and my hobby.
His decision also came from wanting to bridge the consumption gap between supply and demand within his community. Flosso Farms was founded in 2014, and through training within and outside of Africa, smart investments, and the goal to achieve sustainable aquaculture, the farm steadily grew to become a leading aquaculture company and the largest tilapia hatchery in Ghana. Flosso Farms works with the community to provide for them. They have so far been able to provide jobs on the farm, drinkable water, and public toilet facilities for the community. One of the biggest things Flosso Farms has been able to provide is healthcare for women and children in their community through the National Health Insurance Scheme. Flosso Farms is also planning to build a school and bring healthcare professionals into their community. Furthermore, looking to build a hospital near one of their sites to provide healthcare to the remote community since it's located on an island. To summarize, Flosso Farms is leading the way to sustainable, local aquaculture and is feeding the people of their community. Already, they have the #1 largest tilapia hatchery in Ghana with the best rated tilapia fingerlings. If you are ever in the area or have further questions, there are many ways you can reach them.